before everything. You put the police in the overwhelmed check.
Do you like Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
Well, we're Dragon Deez Dice, a comedy D&D 5e actual play show where a group of inexperienced heroes embark on a vast and deep storyline within a homebrew world brimming with magic and mischief. Sure to have you rolling with laughter. And if you want to roll up a new campaign for your players, maybe one inspired by works of Studio Ghibli, then our episode sponsor, Homie the Dude, has something just for you. The Wandering Tavern is a grungy tabletop role-playing setting set aboard a floating airship. At hatdbuilder.com, you can use our code DDD123, pick up either a digital PDF, a hardcover, anything else from their store. You'll get 10% off. The Wandering Tavern comes with maps and other resources, everything you need to set an adventure in this truly unique TTRPG setting. Once again, that is hatdbuilder.com. You can use code DDD123, get 10% off, and support the show. Now, getting back to our episode. Still in mourning from the loss of one of your own, you traveled to her home within the ancient forest of the Greywood to deliver the body to her druid parents. On your way there, you see the changed state of the capital city. The villainous king that killed Sana has used some magical means to raise chosen parts of the city into the sky over the ocean amongst the clouds and golden light. When arriving to the land of the wood elves living within the trees, you met Sana's parents Sylnan and Ula. At first not believing what you say to be real, but upon seeing the body, you broke down into tears as your party was very forcibly apprehended by rangers and an intimidating druid woman seen at the king's castle before. Unsure of who you all are and your connection with her daughter, Ula secretly visited your cell in the night for answers. Despite the resentment towards these people Sana spoke negatively of, your sincerity and sharing of grief seemed to convince her that you all would be allies. Her husband, Sylnan, evidently ready to start a war in his anger, showed you all the Life Tree, a large and holy tree with carvings of the Wood Elves' lore and the deity Gwynvine, the roots of which harbored a strange magic seemingly connected to that of Mherren's and possibly the dragon scale itself. During a funeral, Sana's body was enveloped by the tree, but the ritual was cut short by the sound of a dragon being slain in the skies above. The first in the entire history of the capital's war against dragonkind, and a grand display of King Einar's powerful magic. The air is heavy now, the elves around you seem unsure how to feel. Some cheered on, others look worried, but there's a general aura of uncertainty to what this means. There is uncertainty for yourselves as well, as you're all left in the dark on your odd niece whereabouts, how Nox feels about you not succeeding on your plan, what OK Bottlebee's involvement in this is, and what Sana's blessed heart is, what lies ahead in your destination of Lukenpine as well, and if there's any way you can possibly beat this Mad King.
We did the tracking ring, right?
Yes, the person that you think is Patricia Neath, Gerard Neath's wife, has the, you did plant the ring on her. As far as you know, she has it.
Yeah.
Did we get this wrong?
They were at the ball, and they were very affectionate towards each other. Could just be a big scandal.
That's true. It could be a scandal.
We're gonna blow the lid on the whole thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Currently, everyone is still kind of in shock with the dragon falling dead in the sky. It is the same dragon you all had fought the previous day, one with all the holes in its wings, the red ancient dragon. Sylnan.
So it was weak.
Yeah, we weakened it.
We softened it up.
Sylnan comes up to you all, kind of stamping through the crowd. You all, this changes things. I will need you to see me in the armory we met in yesterday, higher up the life tree. I cannot imagine what you think your next steps will be, but just come see me in around like 10 minutes or so. I just need to prepare a few things.
Okay, we'll be there.
And the crowd is kind of filtering out now. Some seem scared, others are cheering in joy at a dragon being slain. But you see your carriages have been moved to being parked below a platform under the life tree. The animals were given crates of food, just sort of waiting for you all.
Before we leave, I want to gesture to the to the druid that the one that sort of like detained us when we came in. Is I think is she like still in the area? Or...
You see her hood up, kind of leaning against a tree at the edge of the crowd.
I'm going to approach her. I may have something that may interest you.
Without looking at you or anything, she's like, "What's that?"
Well, it's very clear that the king is too powerful. I thought you'd like to know that he's the one who killed her.
She looks up at your face, just kind of staring at you. How? Why?
The why, I'm not too sure, but how, it's very, very dark and volatile magic. And it seems that we're gonna need all the help we can get, considering he can now slay dragons. So I'm sure that you would love to have a placement in putting him in the ground.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. 14.
He's just kind of staring at you for a moment, kind of unchanging facial expression. Gets up from leaning against the tree and just kind of bumps past you and is like, I'll see for myself. Just kind of getting lost in the crowd, sort of leaving the area. Let's just say, since Skelly's not here, Pebble is, she went over to your caravan. She's just gonna sort of keep watch of it. Seems in tears a bit. She's just kind of inside in there.
Feeding the animals herself.
Yeah,
Even
she's
though
eating
they
out of the
still
animal's
have-
trough on her hands and knees next to them, like all in a line with the two horses and cow.
Tears filling up her eyes. I believe we are to journey north, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think north is where we should head.
Before we leave the capital, we should probably go see Noctis.
We do have a few things to do.
Yeah.
I actually had something else I was planning on doing as well, if you two would be fine doing that yourselves.
Yeah.
I am very scared what they will say about us not finalizing the request. However, I do recall I want to go into my bag and just, fumble around for the ring, the golden ring, and take it out and say, I misplaced our ring for this ring, which is rather unfortunate. Though I do believe the woman who has it may be of interest to us if we wish to find her.
You mean the one that I used to track you?
Yes,
The-
I can now run wild.
No, you can't. But I'm still attuned to that ring. Just test if it works, if I can feel it.
I'm going to assume that it's going to point us directly up.
It doesn't actually. It seems that the ring is still within the city, and it is on like the same sort of level you guys are.
Yeah, I can sense her presence. She's still in the capital. It doesn't seem like she's on the floating islands, though.
Should we attempt to ambush this woman and attack her in some way?
I think it's exactly what we should do.
Attack her.
No. I
see.
also think that we should just take some time. See where she goes, I guess.
Balthazar seems unimpressed but agrees.
You can kind of track it as you go throughout your day, just kind of as like a sixth sense sort of thing that's in the back of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So you will just keep a note on that as you progress throughout the day.
Actually, while we were at the masquerade, I spoke to a couple people, and I actually wanted to go through Greytown and Ilborough eventually. We don't have to do it necessarily before We don't have to stay there and do what I'm thinking of before heading to Lupin Pine, but I'd like to at least go through there before we go to Lupin Pine.
We should probably try and get in contact with Eloise again. Let me get a notepad. Let me see what I can sort of Is there anything else you guys can sort of think of to tell Eloise or ask Eloise?
Ask if she's come across the freak show.
Right, I've got the sending stone message. Eloise, what is your location? Just laid Sana to rest. Have you seen a traveling freak show possibly heading north? They have Sana's heart. Stay safe.
I'm so sorry for your loss. We can talk in person when we're both in Lupin Pine. I'm still en route. Her heart? No freak show.
Right, so we'll meet her in Lupin Pine then. Yeah, where'd she go?
As you enter through this wooden door, going back up the tree and step into this room that's on the tree branch, Balthazar, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Okay. Uh-oh.
Awesome. Shello, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
I might as well while I'm here. 16.
Mherren, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
I suppose.
Hot coffee gets spilled on your lap.
I was about to say, I assume it's something that I can't see.
Actually, you can see Sylnan, bow in hand, knocked with 3 separate arrows that all release in your direction.
Beautiful. I'll get advantage on this.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for advantage. Holy shit.
Natural 20. Shello and Mherren, you're able to kind of dodge out of the way. Mherren, the most alert with this. Balthazar, this arrow pierces into your cloak, into your hood, actually, kind of pinning you against the wall. It seemed to just almost scrape your skin, as if it's an intentional miss, but it could have hit you. And Sylnan then raises his hand, saying, "Forgive me, just a test."
Hello to you too.
Balthazar's going to take the arrow out of his cloak and from the wall and snap it in half.
Did you misplace your arrows?
My wife had told me you all were sincere, and I've obligation to trust her judgment. However, I do not know any of you.
I am Shello, the juggling ant boy.
Very well, but I was on a hunt, and my elven ears tingled with the cries of my lover, so I traveled back with haste. She told me of your claims to be fighters, and I needed to test that, since fighters are what we need now. Well, I believe you met Vivum, the one that apprehended you all, so I hope you can understand our force when ones bring that to our doorstep and refuse to surrender to our guard.
If your wife trusts us, you should also know that Sana trusted us.
She told me, but you have to understand that we do not know Sana trusted you. We have not seen her since she left. It's simply your word that we're listening to. Vivum is going to look into your backgrounds to confirm what you have said is true.
Do as you please.
I was gonna suggest I could use the memory mirror, but I realized that it's a random memory and not a select one.
You could use it. It could be a good gamble.
What are the odds that
It
I
could be
land on a
fun.
memory that contains Sana? I'll use it. I won't point it towards him until I've seen the memory to see if it's maybe me murdering people
Okay.
or maybe me sharing a nice time with Sana and dancing with the big bug.
Are you using it on yourself then? Get one of your own memories.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Okay. Oh, nice. A 2.
You get a memory of yourself juggling inside a cage with a group of people surrounding you. It's a happy memory for yourself, but not one with Sana in it before you met her.
I'll share this memory with the man in front of me. You see, I am a juggling ant boy. And I would not lie about that.
Interesting device, but Vivum, she's from a team of bounty hunters the king and us hired. She's qualified to look into you all. I'm sure she'll find out where you performed and the like, and if that's true.
Well, if you're going to be looking into us anyway, there's a few things that we should let you know. I myself used to be a teacher at the Aptico Academy. When I'm sure that your people will find out, I am no longer a teacher for a good reason. We, not necessarily all of us, but myself, am being actively hunted by the Academy because I had discovered dark magic that they were trying to harness and use. Hopefully, it means that I'm hoping that they have not been working with the king. Because if they had, there may not be a possible way to stop him.
It's interesting background. My wife did say that you were trying to teach Sana magic. Talk of them at school being corrupt. Well, I have no experience with anyone from that school, so I cannot say myself personally whether they're good or not. So for now, I will simply take your word. I must ask though, what are your team's goals? From your claims, you traveled and killed, but for what purpose? And why would my daughter choose to accompany you through that?
I'm here to entertain, though also we recently, a little while back, had a run-in in a large fighting arena, which we believe also to be perhaps corrupt.
The Colosseums?
Yes.
Is that what we're calling them?
That's what they are named, yes.
Then yes.
We all had a main focus of shutting down the Colosseums, but in doing so, we discovered more and more evil atrocities that have been happening, and admittingly, we've been gotten sidetracked, but only for the purpose of keeping people protected.
I've only been to the Colosseum in the capital a few times. Sana's never been, but I know they occasionally have prisoners fight against their will, and much of the gladiators there choose to be there. What about them is corrupt?
They started using innocent people, families, mothers, fathers, children, turning them into things that they're not.
Huh. I'll have Vivum look into this well, but I'm not sure what she'll uncover. As he's talking to you, he's kind of getting a table set up if you guys want to sit or anything, but he's kind of pacing around the room. You see this room has a lot of bows and arrows and things. It doesn't seem like it's really used for like war tactics or anything, mostly like planning hunts and storing weapons and stuff like that. But he's like, I don't understand why the king would slaughter his own bride so gruesomely. Something must be wrong. I mean, it's not the man I know.
Most of the time they don't show you who they really are. It's a simple tactic, manipulation, being able to show a certain side to someone to gain what you want, and when that stops happening, when they fight back, they tend truly fight. Nothing had changed during that fight, aside from Sana finally putting her foot down and fighting back. And by fight, I mean fight. And he killed her for it.
If you want to take down the Colosseums, the king, he owns the Colosseums. Is he your end goal?
At first, he honestly wasn't even on my personal radar. But now, even if I die trying, I think so. I think this ends with him.
You all saw what happened earlier. That power is not something that is so easily ended, especially now with whatever manner of magic that was. I mean, this is what the entire continent has been waiting for, the first sign of progress in the war against the Dragonborns since maybe even the very founding of Platehold all those years ago.
It's not going to be easy, no matter what route we take. I plan to do everything in my power to take him down and end the war, hopefully, in the process. Because he can't continue to rule, and frankly, I don't believe he can continue to live. That comes both from someone who has taken place in the war, who has seen the Colosseums, and as the person who held Sana as she died.
The king is, of course, a challenge of itself, but since that is a power people look up to, you all could be seen as villains to the populace, not heroes. Is that something you're fine with?
I don't need to be a hero.
It's not going to be the first time.
I am very much fine playing whatever role is required.
I don't know if this is the end of the world or beginning of a new one. That it's just not something I've ever seen before. In all honesty, I know he, well, from what you say, killed my daughter, but with that magic, the war could be ended so swiftly. I hate that I do, but I have mixed feelings on attacking the king.
That's understandable.
I was planning to march our archers and druids right into the castle and demand answers from the king himself, but as you heard my wife say, that could very well start a war that could wipe out the very woods I'm sworn to protect as archdruid. So, in order to retaliate, we would need some small group of fighters unconnected from us, if you understand what I mean.
I do.
What would help you achieve your goals? We can aid you any way we can, but keep in mind that we'd want to avoid any connection with us at the Braywood. And as I'm sure you've heard, though we are royalty and have connections to be invited to balls and the like, it's a new thing to our people. What the money we've made supplying the nation's alcohol through our special brewing techniques. We have not much influence otherwise outside of this forest. And though we do have riches, they are closely monitored by Lyra, the king's bookkeeper.
Right. Is there anything that can help us sneak up on people? Something that could assist us in being less detectable?
Rangers, when we're out on hunts, have special boots that make us more stealthy to not alert animals in the woods. I can certainly give you some of those.
That would be appreciated.
As you're speaking, he's getting out a something from the back and kind of tosses them onto the table. They're these green boots with like leaves on them. These are spare. Hopefully they fit.
Thank you.
They'll give you advantage on stealth checks that rely on moving silently.
I already have that pretty much.
Yeah, Shello can kind of just do that. I think that it would probably be a good idea for me to take them because I get closest to people.
Okay.
I already have
You can do
proficiency
a-
in stealth, so
While you wear these boots, your steps make no sound, regardless of the surface you're moving across.
Pretty cool. That's
I
pretty
like
cool.
that. I like that a lot.
Do you create any concoctions that perhaps help with ailments?
Well, we do produce some ale. The dwarves to the north are the most fond of our alcohol, as that's where we send most of our shipments.
and this will assist me in my if myself or God forbid myself fall ill or pardon my language, dumb.
Well, usually, I mean, alcohol will, some say, make you more dumb.
I certainly would not appreciate that.
Make a, I'm gonna say persuasion check for him to understand what you're asking.
Okay. By dumb, I do mean in the medical sense. I got
He's
an
like,
18.
sorry, I think I understand. Do you just want, like, a healing potion?
Any form of a curative would be, if we could have a perhaps a surplus, would be quite handy for our travels.
He's looking through where he got the boots from and some more drawers and cabinets and things, and he takes out 2 healing potions and gives them over to you, Shello.
That's good too, I suppose.
This is just what we had on our hunt in case the boar or something attacks, but we can produce some more, so you can take these for now.
A bit of business that we need to conclude in the city, but then we plan to head north. We plan on going to Greytown first and eventually making our way to Lupin Pine.
That caravan and the cart, those are yours? Are you experienced drivers?
I am.
Know very little.
They're pretty, well, they're not gonna get you north too fast. I can see if some druids can make some alterations to it. Maybe speed them up a bit.
That would be greatly appreciated.
We're gonna come back. There'll be like a one stripe painted down the back of the cow.
That would be sick.
And
He's got flame decals.
you
on
say
his
only
leg.
one
Yeah.
of you is a experienced driver? What about the other cart?
Mostly operated on luck.
We can connect the two if you want, so there only needs to be one driver.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
We'll have to keep your caravan here for probably a day, just to make those adjustments to it.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you again.
He lets you all go on your way. You see that some druids are kind of looking over your caravan and your cart. They seem to tie the cart onto like the back, like kind of hitching it to the back of the tented caravan with like some vines, like kind of knot over the hitch of it. They seem to just be working on that, getting some input from Pebble.
Like I mentioned before, I have something that I want to do. If you guys wouldn't mind going and talking to Nox by yourselves, it shouldn't take me very long, hopefully, and I should be back before nightfall, but it's something that I think is important.
He is very tall and scary, but if it must be that way, Mherren.
And Balthazar, if you wouldn't mind taking the tracking ring just for now until we meet up again.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys soon then.
Mozzie's dogs are gonna start barking, and then
Yeah.
you'll have to leave, and it'll be a one-on-one session.
That would be fun.
It'll just be
no,
me
they should
describing
be
how
barking.
big of a sandwich I want.
No, I think
2
that
hours.
I think I'm trying to think, how can me and Shello just talk to Nox? Where would that conversation go?
I'm afraid that Nox is gonna like traumatize one of us more so than we already are.
Even if we do the ring and just keep our distance, like not try and
I think you'd have to have the ring in order to attune to it. So I don't think Mherren's just able to transfer the attunement. But Mherren picks up that over the course of speaking with Sylnan, she was kind of keeping it in the back of her mind. Mherren picks up that the ring, it seems to actually, it's strange because there's floating islands in the sky, but the ring seems to go underground a few times.
oh,
But
right.
in an area kind of near where the giant crater where the castle used to be, just kind of off to the side, still on the ground there, where there's still buildings, just kind of you get that it's in that area. Mherren kind of jots down on the map the exact spot that the ring currently in. It went underground and above ground is seemingly a few times, but now it's kind of in one place for a little bit.
I think we
marks the spot, so to speak.
I think we should.
Yes. I think walking over there would be a nice time with my friends. Friend.
With this, I would assume we also have to dodge guards due to our altercation with the king. Would you say he's being cocky enough to not worry about it?
While you walk through the city, it's a bit of a walk from the Braywood all the way over, basically across the entire city. It's a few miles, so this takes quite a bit. Go ahead and I'll let you do either a perception check to see if you're being watched, or you can do a insight check on the faces of guards as you kind of pass through.
I think I'll go for insight because I have a +6 in insight. 15.
You find that you're not wearing trousers.
Walking through the city, it seems that a lot of the guards and knights you see are kind of trying to keep the peace among people that are kind of confused at the rolling or the rising islands. Anyone that you see making like a ruckus about it, like trying to demand what the guards and stuff know, they try to like calm them down, and or sometimes use a little bit of force to get them back to settle down. With your insight check, you don't really notice that they're paying any attention to you.
So I'll best to assume that they are looking for us, but they're currently otherwise occupied. Okay, this might be good. It means that we might have an easier time getting there.
So you continue your boy days out on the city, getting to where you're going. You notice that the ring's location is in a carriage kind of parked on like the side of the street, in a bit of a busy area, not in like an alley or anything like that. And you just kind of see it from like a block or two away that the location of the ring is within that carriage.
Is there anyone? Can we see the driver's seat?
Elven man driving it, just kind of holding the reins, but he's not really moving it or anything. He seems to just be waiting. He's dressed very formally. He has like a top hat. He's wearing like this suit.
Would you describe it as a similar get-up to someone who drives a hearse?
No, it just seems like he's dressed formally. Maybe like a kind of gives the appearance of like a butler or something.
A personal chauffeur.
No, make an insight check actually.
10.
Just seems to be a formal person to put on appearances, and it is a very nice looking carriage. Seems to be like very like luxury.
Well,
you can imagine it's probably comfortable inside.
You'd want that for a hearse anyway.
It is, the carriage is fully enclosed though, and has like a door. And there's glass for windows, but it seems to be like tinted black.
We should probably keep our distance for now. Let's see if we can gather just information at this point.
Keep an eye out. We won't go forth yet.
I will keep my eyes in, though pointing outwards.
Pretty soon after you two are watching this, a person approaches the carriage with two, seems like personal guards. You actually make out that these personal guards are the race Yanti, and the person has a sort of white cloth over her face, a elegant dress. It seems like it's at Lonnie Casilian. And you see her open up the door of the carriage and step inside as these two guards kind of wait outside, backs towards the carriage, looking out at the street and people passing by, just kind of keeping guard there.
Do I spy with my little eye anything on the inside of the carriage as they get in?
Yeah, make a perception check.
really
Use
great
big
at
ol'
these.
eyes.
Perception. 12. I do have big eyes.
You see what looks like two people inside. From your distance, you can't make out any appearances of them, except one looks like they're wearing a mask and the other has horns. And you kind of,
Horns?
yeah, on their head. And you see
Yeah.
them, you see the one with the horns mouth something to the person as they step in and close the door.
It would appear there are two already inside. One with what looks like something covering their face, a mask of some sort, and another with the strange pointy things where their antenna should be.
Pointy things. By
Yes.
chance, do you know what color their skin was?
I'm colorblind. Would Shello have recognized what color their skin was?
It didn't seem like any odd, like it wasn't like red, green, anything like that. It seemed like a paler complexion, but it's hard to make out the exact tint of their skin from where you are.
I believe their the color of their person is much similar to you and I, a very regular, everyday color like red, or whatever you might be.
Okay. So that kind of rules out. Me and Mherren had spotted someone at the ball that was tiefling, but that doesn't sound like them.
So it's safe to say probably Patricia.
The driver person, the operator of this manual vehicle, it does not seem to be preparing to leave.
No,
Correct.
he's not preparing to leave or anything, but he's very upright and at attention, just kind of looking forward. It's hard to tell if he's just trained to do this. This is his natural state, having to look proper while driving, or if he's kind of waiting to go at any moment. But while you're sitting here and watching, the cart is not moving, or he's not moving the reins or anything like that.
I have a rather outlandish idea. I'm fearful that the gentleman who is erect as a board at the front may at some point attempt to vacate the premises. I'm going to use telepathy to talk to the driver, or to beam a message into the driver's brain. Now I have to think of a female voice to do.
It has to be Shello doing a female voice too. So
Absolutely. No, that's why I'm afraid it's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Driver,
that's good.
get your lazy bones in here. We're speaking to you.
You see his head perk up, look around strangely, look back, kind of slide a kind of speaking thing open that, like, you know, like how like taxis have, like one of those, and you see him mouth words inside, and then a few seconds go by, and then he closes it and then shoulder shrugs, keeps looking forward.
Shit. Fuck.
At least he didn't run
I
away.
didn't know they had privacy screens.
Would we be able to sneak closer? Sort of out of sight.
Pretend like we're having a conversation while doing so.
Yeah, just walking
Yeah.
down the street, pretending to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Two of you make performance checks.
Hey, don't worry, I
Nope.
got you. Don't worry, I got you.
It's
Oh,
fine.
wow.
We passed.
Shello with a 14, Balthazar with a 19, actually getting better than Shello.
I've never spoken to a person before.
I love you saying it's getting better, like it's a skill issue.
What do you as you guys walk by having a little fake conversation, what are you trying to do while doing that?
Sort of seeing if I can get closer to see. So obviously we don't want them to sort of flee the scene. Sort of how sturdy the carriage would be.
Gonna fireballing this carriage.
Why not?
Make a perception
don't-
check. You guys are just walking by, slowly having a conversation, but glancing at the carriage.
30, 20.
Nice. Getting a good look at it. It looks very well crafted, made out of good solid wood, but it's not like armored or anything like that. It seems better than the average carriage, but not like something impenetrable to force.
I'm made of good solid wood too. Ask my doctor. I get a read on the guards on the outside at all. If they're awaiting anyone, or if they're standing there purely to stop anyone else from coming towards them.
Make an
Like, are
insight
they
check.
watching other people
Yeah.
walking by to make sure they don't approach? Nice. 5.
All you really get from them is that they're standing alert, one on one side of the carriage door, the other on the other carriage side of the door, like not directly in front of the door, like off to the side of it on the left and right of the door. On the doors on the side of the road where like the sidewalk is, driver in front, of course, and then there's like a back to it, and like the other side where there seems to be another door, but you don't really get what their purpose is there. They seem to just be alert, not really looking around at all, but just kind of standing there at attention as guards do.
I'm gonna now say, outside of my performative voice, which is fabulous, I think we should split up, you and I. I don't think I can do this any longer.
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
We should go our separate ways. You can stay here all you like, and I'll be over there.
Oh, okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
I want to go to the other side of the carriage. Just the other side of the street, pretty much. Same distance, but opposite side.
So like on the sidewalk on the other side of the street.
No, as in we're on one side and there's a door on this side. I want to go to the other side of the carriage. Not directly next to the carriage. I don't want to go near the carriage.
So
I want to
walking
stay the same
street.
distance. Yes, happily.
Okay.
As if I just broke up with someone and I'm
Yeah.
feeling triumphant. I'm going to keep watch on the other side of the carriage because there's another door there. I apologies for the scene I created. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I am standing watch on the other side, making sure there are no more there are no escapees.
Oh. I mean, we both have telepathy. You could have let me know beforehand, but
We
Balthazar's
were
holding back
already
tears.
Really hurt both those feelings.
I'm so
From where you
sorry.
are, Shello, you're kind of in the road. Carriages are kind of moving past you, seemingly annoyed. If you stand here too long, you might start making a scene. But from where you are, the guards on the other side obviously can't see you, but the driver also, you're not in his like peripheral vision either.
Approach it and maybe listen in a little.
Yeah, make a stealth check.
Okay. Do I naturally get advantage on that with the chameleon carapace?
You can use your chameleon carapace to roll at advantage, but in regards to the DC of the roll, the people inside cannot see you. This, for them, it is more sound based, you know?
Okay. Well, I will not use it then. And just roll regular old 26. As close to the carriage as I can while doing like a mime stunt to pretend like there's an invisible wall between me and the carriage.
Okay, you can.
But it's actually just the wall of the carriage.
No one seems to really penny mind to you doing this driving by or anything. No one seems to really notice you, and you're doing this very quietly. You're miming in front of the carriage door in such a way where you're not touching the door at all to like make any noise or rubbing against it or anything like that, but you're getting as close as you possibly can to listen through the crack of the carriage door on the side, and we hear within it a female voice. Enough with the small talk. Thank you for meeting with us as you depart. My husband would do so himself, but as you're aware, the duties of a tetrarch take a higher calling, and he left for the north immediately after the party. And then another voice starts speaking. You recognize this one as Etlani's. Yes. Is this about the Colosseum again? And you hear a third female voice. This one sounding like it's partially covered by something in front of the mouth, possibly a mask. They say, partly, the king does wish to send his apologies for what transpired in Hasday Solil. We hope that we can continue our partnership of a southwestern Colosseum in the future, and to make things right, we have a gift. Our knights picked up an individual we believe to be involved with the attack. Then Etlani responds, Is that so? What makes you certain? Well, he came to us confessing everything. His words line up with our files, mention someone matching the description of a girl working with the Dawn Trotters that has had a run-in with one of our transport caravans in the desert prior. We have no reason not to believe him. He seemed to be confessing his sins to make himself right with the Great Corellin. Then Etlani says, this would be the work of Dawn Trotters. I will accept your king's offer. It will be a long trip back, and my pet is starved. But this does not make it right. I would hope to see a large sum put into this project so I do not waste more of my empire's gold. And the other voice says, Of course, your majesty. The first voice, not obstructed by the mask, says, And on my husband's behalf, I would like to say that so long as the Crabapple sponsorship goes through, we can very well help with a majority of the cost. And Lonnie says, Delightful. That should ease the guilt of demolishing the church for this project, though I'm not sure why you require that exact placement. We did just spend a long while digging a tunnel there that will now go to waste. The masked voice says, It's, the prime location for the venue, according to, tourism research. This will all take a few years of construction, of course. Blani says, So long as my husband Cotton Jaw is on board, he's the one that really wants to see the carnage of the arena. Unmasked voice then says, Moving on to other matters, this may come as a shock to you, but it's best I tell you straight. A relative of yours, Enlil, was found murdered in the castle. Etlani says, Oh my, who could have done such a thing? Well, we're unsure, and the masked voice says, We wanted to speak to you to learn more to try and track down the assailant. Would you know any reason at all he would have snuck out of the party? Not much close with him. You can probably tell through the lack of tears. He was a quiet one. I knew he could fight. Not sure why he was at the party in the first place, considering not much the regal type, but Malchus and his family insisted he accompanied. The unmasked voice says, And how are they? I know they champion Nilsul as the Lupinpine Lord. I hope there's no bad blood between you and I. And Etlani says, Well, between you and me, I never thought Nilsul a good candidate. He has no exposure to ruling, but still they coddled him so. And the masked voice says, Well, we'll let you know of any developments. In the meantime, your dynasty could be at threat. The rest that attended the party accounted for? What of your brother Fallon? I don't believe I noticed him present. Etlani says, Fallon said he wanted to hang out with those freak show performers in the back. However, he slighted me in assisting enemies that defiled my deceased brother's tomb, so I told him if he loves the freaks and that Shello so much, he can go join them. So I sent him along when they left. The unmasked voice says, "Not so much a punishment for high treason, is it?" Then Atlani responds, "Well, I do love my brother. I would never harm him. But perhaps allowing that Bartleby fellow to have him perform will make him realize the comfort he's granted in firing. Speaking of the tomb, my would-be sister-in-law, Tal's Kislet, is also headed north. She's broken up about her widow's body being destroyed. I mean, you saw her at the party. She wants the heads of the intruders responsible. I think she's so desperate for their blood because of Zilsul's murder still being a mystery. Needs to take out his death on someone. She's going up to Hanali's embrace to clear her head, where they were meant to honeymoon, actually. Malkes, Saboa, Isil, and his girlfriend Sella Inkwell are traveling with me, but Kerigtash, Nasha, and Nosul departed early due to them feeling a little bit under the weather. That girl, the masquerade, if you remember her, the one with the cheetah mask, offered to give them a ride back. Apparently, the Sultan of the Sweatlands sent her in his stead. She said he was tied up with other matters or something. A nice gesture. Hopefully they recover speedy." The masked voice then says, "I did see Nosul was coughing up something black. Strange illness, but you have swell clerics back home. Well, we'll let you go now, and just remember to stay safe out there. Thank you. May Gleisons shine on you." And the unmasked voice says, "Gerard will be in touch." And Balthazar, you see Atlani Castellane exit the carriage and continue walking down the street, her guards following after her.
Mm-hmm.
But Shello, after a moment, you hear the conversation inside continue. The masked voice says, "Well," and then the unmasked voice says, "She wasn't lying. I guess she is unaware of what Enlil was doing as well." The masked voice responds, "It doesn't bring us closer to the truth, but I suppose we can rule out their dynasty being wise to our plan. And that shit with the Hydra is a blessing in disguise to get us closer to that gate there." Then the unmasked voice says, "As long as we stay on good terms, all the pieces are truly falling into place. Now, I have some further business in town if I can just be dropped off at my hotel." And that's sort of where the conversation ends. You hear a knocking on the wall of the carriage from inside. And at that point, Balthazar, you see that the driver is getting ready to leave.
We got information.
Could I have been saying that as they were saying it, but through telepathy?
Yeah,
Because there is no way. There's no way I'm gonna fucking remember half of that.
Shello can just transcript with telepathy over to Balthazar.
I will try and walk away nonchalantly, trying to whistle, but not understanding that I need lips to whistle.
I really regret using that sending stone this morning.
Do not worry. We have many days and many moons in the sky.
The carriage starts slowly moving from the curb going down the street.
We still have the ring of tracking on the one lady.
Yeah, but we don't have attunement. Only Mherren does, and Mherren just went off to do their own thing.
Yeah.
If you want to keep tracking them, I'll allow you to be able to.
The problem is if we start like following the carriage, I feel like that they may get wise. If someone's listening in or following, I guess we'll keep following at a distance. Just definitely making sure we maintain distance for now.
Perhaps a brisk jog.
Okay. You two can make stealth checks for that then.
Okay.
You were right
Ooh,
not to trust
baby.
us.
2 nat ones.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's way funnier.
I'm gonna quickly use fucking disguise self.
The thing is, you guys don't know that you're being unstealthy. You think you're doing great right now, both
no.
running full speed out of his carriage. Trying to keep up with it. But you think you're doing so very well. You keep like jumping behind like other carriages going by, like humming out loud like music, like James Bond music, as you think you're being really cool and stealthy. End up following it. It doesn't seem like the people in the carriage you're following doesn't notice this. You're staying far enough back, and like the driver, the people inside can't see you, obviously, so they don't really know this is happening. And you follow it up to a very nice hotel where it stops, lets someone out of the carriage, and you see walking out Balthazar, you recognize it as Patricia Neath, who you assumed was in there, and it seems to be who has the ring.
I'd like to go into my bag and get the ivory fountain pen.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to run up to the woman with the pen and say, excuse me, miss, I believe you left this behind. It must have fallen out of your very fancy carriage.
See, she sees you and shrieks and runs inside as employees of this very nice hotel, one of them runs up and tackles you onto the ground.
Please,
and another one runs up and stops Balthazar and is like, what are you two doing here?
I am simply returning. They dropped their very fancy looking pen from their very fancy looking carriage. I have no idea who this person is. Please
make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Okay. Fuck.
It's not too bad. 12 still okay.
That person must be a celebrity. This guy must be like a crazy fan that wants an autograph. Get him out of here.
I am no a fan or crazy, and I do not even wish to speak or see the person. But please return their belongings to them.
He takes the pen from you and is like, "Sure, buddy, okay." Then he picks you up by like the scruff of your collar. Do you fight back at all?
No, I'm dangling like a cat.
Okay, yeah, he takes you like down the street a little bit, like outside of the hotel's kind of property, and just kind of like throws you onto the curb.
Thank you for escorting me out.
The other one leads Balthazar the same way. Looks like they're speaking to each other as they walk back towards the hotel grounds.
They dust their hands off.
Yeah.
I believe that went very well.
That went horrible.
I no longer have the pen.
Regardless, let's hope that guard actually gives it to them and doesn't throw it away.
After a short moment, you pick up that the ring of tracking begins going underground again.
Oh shit.
It seemed to leave the building and then go underground.
Did it go out like the back of the building?
Seems like it.
And we were just thrown off of the property.
Yeah.
Can we scuttle around the side of the building?
On the other side of the building is just sort of like this back alley. Seems to have like a space for like deliveries to the hotel, and there's like some hotel like people that work in the kitchen kind of outside sitting on some boxes smoking some cigarettes. It just seems like kind of like a dirty dark alley.
So I'd say it's like sort of like a back area for like more than likely like a kitchen area.
Yeah.
Sort of like where they would get their deliveries. Are there any like, I'd say sealed crates that we could pick up and say that we're delivering?
You'd see some like random boxes and crates about. They just seem sort of, some of them seem kind of empty, or they're just like trash. But there are a few crates around you, yeah.
I want to pick one up and make it seem like it's got something important in it to deliver.
Can I put a small a symbol to appear on an object or a surface for 1 hour? With like an arrow pointing up, and a box that has like a crack in it.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
box
and
is
then
fragile.
Then I'll hold it upside down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Balthazar will disguise as what one of the guards at the front were.
Yeah, they weren't really guards. It seems like kind of a hotel security.
Yeah, like
not like full-on
I'll
guards,
like
but yeah, you can kind of
Yeah, I'll-
disguise. Are you disguising exactly as one of those two people, or are you just kind of matching their outfit? They seem to be wearing like a security uniform.
I'll go matching the outfit,
Okay.
and I will go forward to the guys that are sitting down and having their break.
Ugh, goddamn couriers. They always keep bringing these things to the front door when they know they're supposed to use the back. Can one of you boys open the door so I can get the stuff through?
Make a persuasion check. At advantage.
Okay. Yeah. 15.
15. It happens all the time. Yeah. He gives his cigarette to the other guy, and that guy starts smoking 2 cigarettes. And yeah, he goes over, opens the door for you.
I assume Shello's using Chameleon Carapace to follow behind me.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted me to.
We gotta get downstairs. What do you mean?
Well, they left the building.
But,
No, I had a whole other idea in mind.
okay, we'll follow through that then. Both of those going in.
I'm gonna. This is really suspicious. 2 strangers walking into the alley, one after the other. I'm gonna have my. I still have my bubble pipe, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be walking along, holding the bubble pipe in one hand, and kind of mimicking smoking my pipe, but not actually, because otherwise it would create bubbles. And walk up to the young man smoking 2 cigarettes now.
Yeah, he has 1 cigarette in one hand, another cigarette in the other hand, and he smokes one, puts that one down, smokes the other, puts that one down.
I've done that before. And I'll I would have put on like a different voice. That's the whole idea I had. I was gonna become a whole new character in this moment. Excuse me, young chap. You wouldn't happen to have seen a damsel, perhaps in disarray, passing through here? I'll take I'll blow a bubble.
Make a persuasion check. A damsel, you say? I don't know. There was someone who came out the back. They've been walking through here a few times. What do you need to know for?
I seeing him smoking 2 cigarettes at once, I feel like my pride is being attacked. I would like to take out my second pipe.
Okay.
Light my second pipe. And begin smoking my second pipe while also smoking the first one at the same time. Betty can't fucking do that, piece of shit.
Yeah, as you do so, since you're using the pipe of, what is it?
Remembrance.
Yeah. Some clouds form around you of what looked like Shello juggling, very similar to the mirror you used earlier with like a crowd of like smoke clouds that look like audience around you cheering. And he's just like looking up at that and he's like, what the? And he looks down at his cigarettes. Oh shit, I grabbed the wrong ones.
No, do not fear. You see, I am. I have a keen sense for people in distress, though I cannot quite pinpoint their location. I am looking to perhaps help out this poor young lady who did very much seem quite perturbed by something. You see, I want to twiddle my antenna. My ant boy senses were tingling just a moment ago, and pointed me in this direction.
They were covering their body, so I didn't get a look at their face or anything, but they did kind of hurriedly like come out here and then go down the sewer grate over there, which I thought was kind of weird.
That is quite peculiar.
Maybe they were
Perhaps-
trying to hide from something, so maybe they were distressed.
Perhaps they were. Perhaps they were brutally disfigured in some sort of combat. I must make haste in my following. And then as I leave, I want to squirt some of the odd perfume on him.
Okay. He now smells like vinegar, and he's like, "What the fuck did you do that for?"
This is my mark for having communicated with an individual who does not seem to be in distress, though you may be now.
That smells really good, actually. What perfume is that? It was scent.
I cannot tell. It is of my own secretions.
Mm.
And then I'm gonna use.
Smells just like mom's cooking.
I'm gonna use telepathy to talk to Balthazar.
Balthazar's just kind of standing in the back hall of this hotel, kind of awkwardly carrying,
Still holding his fragile crate.
Still holding the box, and the guy behind him is like, "So, you gonna take that in, or like what?"
Look, there was someone who was supposed to collect it. They were supposed to come down here to get it.
Alright, I mean, I think my break ended a bit ago. You think you could let yourself out?
Yeah, I can do that. That's fine.
I'm touching my temples in real life whenever I'm doing this.
Of course. I would expect you to.
Yeah. I
Amazing.
also say it telepathically to the microphone, so I don't know if it always comes through.
Oh, you're using actual telepathy towards your microphone. It's amazing.
Well, yeah, I want to roleplay correctly. I'm not a fucking freak. It seems like the woman of interest disappeared down the sewers. This is information coming from the man outside smoking 2 fiery sticks.
Just place the box on the ground. If they want their package, they can come down and get it.
Put it on the ground. Actually, no. To make it worse, I will not carefully put it on the ground, but I won't like throw it on the ground.
That's
Just to
fucked
add to the fragility, the fact that it's upside down.
No one down
You'll
here,
hold
by the
it
way.
like-
Balthazar is doing this for himself.
It's funny.
You'll hold it like a foot off the ground and drop it.
He's method acting.
It's in case someone's around that I don't notice. And then I will exit to the back door that I came through.
As you do so, the guy holds his cigarette up and is like, "You want this one?"
No, I quit years ago. Just a horrible number to my lungs.
Did Fred die of lung cancer while you were down there?
No, it's why I don't smoke anymore.
Okay, I see. Then he smokes them both at the same time. That was good. He goes inside after you walk out.
Can I attempt to lift the sewer hatch?
Yeah, you can easily do so. It's not super heavy or anything.
Not super heavy. Okay.
It has some heft to it, but it's not an impossible task.
Okay.
At the sound of Balthazar exerting himself beyond belief, lifting this, I'm gonna come out from behind the corner at the end of the alleyway.
Mm-hmm. Balthazar, you see smoke following Shello of him juggling with a crowd around him, and also some bubbles floating around it.
Looks like you're having fun.
I am smoking.
Go through. We'll see if we can follow her down to the sewers.
I'll hop right down. No
Alright.
hesitation. Is it yucky down here?
It's
Probably.
It's a bit damp, but you're not like walking through sludge or anything like that.
That's a shame.
It's dank and dark.
Nobody
down here.
Nobody in this area shits.
There's
Good.
no light, however, Balthazar, so it's just like kind of pitch black for you.
Well, I can technically use my staff and cast mage light on the staff. Does Shello have a torch?
Yeah, Shello got one just earlier.
That's good because I don't.
Shello also has a candle, in case that's helpful for you. If you
I
have
don't
like
think a candle is
night
right.
Are
candle
you
or
two being
anything.
stealthy down here?
Yeah, we'll keep our guard. Try not to.
Yeah, there's
fall.
no yuckiness or anything.
It's
so.
you're kind of just like in a section of the sewer that's like a big hall, kind of.
We should definitely try not to speak loud because if it echoes through the
Good thing that we can use telepathy.
yeah, exactly. It's a good thing we have that.
So
connection.
what are you doing for light then?
Using my torch.
Oh, get you to take the torch and go up front. That way I can see over your shoulder.
Okie dokie.
You're kind of at an incline. You know that the ring is a little bit further down, so you know that you have to keep going down the incline, but it's just kind of a tunnel that goes further down, and you see that it kind of opens out into another room, and from that room you kind of see a green glow emanating from it.
We'll go towards where the sort of the ring would be tracking us.
Both of you go ahead and roll stealth checks then.
Nat 20.
I'll use chameleon carapace. I'm also holding a torch, so it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah,
but
no.
I'll do it anyway. Woohoo!
Yeah, the torch does not help these stealth checks.
Yippee!
However, that is a
Oh.
natural 20 and a 24. So, Shello, you're holding a torch, and that's probably not great in a dark area for being stealthy, you know? But you
Mhm.
kind of cloud the fire in your smoke still going, where it's illuminating the area for Balthazar, but it's not spreading out so much that it's going to be noticed by anything really. And you all kind of sneak up, learning your lesson from before, kind of causing a scene and alerting people with your natural ones. You get to the mouth of this opening. Within it, you're a bit surprised to see it's like a large room where some pipes of the sewers kind of meet, stone ground walkways around them with some like wooden beams and such connecting the different platforms. And you see across the way on like a metal grate going over some of the sewage water underneath is Portricia walking by, and she seems to be looking down at something. From your vantage point, you're kind of on her same level, but there seems to be like platforms below her that you can't really see just quite yet, trying to still keep your distance at the mouth of this opening.
Would now be a reasonable time to remove the fire?
Yeah, try and put it out without hurting yourself.
It's really bad that you mentioned that, because now I want to just like shove the like shove it into my pocket or something while it's still on fire. I think I would fuck up the entire thing we have going on if I did that. Which sounds like something I would do. No, I'll just put out the torch.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how, because I don't know how torches work. So we can't see down to the platforms below her.
From your vantage point right now, no. You'd have to like fully go into this room in order to see down there and like look down.
And where are we behind her?
There's an opening, and she's on like the same level as this opening on this metal catwalk. Probably like 120 feet, like a city block sort of distance away on this catwalk. You're both facing each other, but she doesn't seem to see you right now.
Can I tell if her mouth is moving? If she's talking to someone or anything?
Make a
I
perception
guess I'd
check.
be able to hear it. Okay. 14.
You don't see her mouth moving, but you do hear something below her. It kind of sounds like a female voice, not speaking, more like kind of soft whimpering.
That's no good.
Nope.
I'm not a big fan of that. I think we may need to get closer to see what is happening.
Yeah, well, just
I assume this is through telepathic as well.
Yeah.
Please change your
Also
mic
responds.
settings to make a reverb sound whenever you speak telepathically.
You mean? But no. But the reverb would be for if we're speaking in the open because we're in like the sewer system.
Right. Okay, so
Mm.
add a reverb to your voice all the time.
Add a reverb to your voice because your brain is small and your voice is bouncing around inside your skull.
yeah. Try and get close. Just keep an eye on your footing.
Stare right at my feet as I'm walking.
Fucking stupid.
I'll have you both make another round of stealth checks now for entering the room.
I'm still going to be using chameleon carapace, I guess.
You need to understand how close that was to another nat 20.
What's this?
Well, yeah, if you put a 0 on the end of it.
No, where the dice was, it was about to land, but then it hit the corner.
Yeah, but you rolled a 2. If you put a 0 on the end of it, it's a 20.
So 6
Think
and
about it.
19. Shello, perfectly watching his footing right now, just enters in perfectly. Balthazar, you're kind of a little bit behind him, since you're not watching your feet. They kind of thud against the ground a little bit louder than you expect, and it kind of echoes in this chamber with a lot of reverb. However, walking into the room, you look down at the kind of stone platforms, and you see there is a woman, kind of bloodied, tied to a chair below the catwalk. Patricia is looking down at. You see,
And she's alone down there.
no.
Okay.
Oh.
You see, standing around her, some books also on the floor, some incense, arcane symbols and glyphs. There's a woman in this black leather dress. You recognize from the masquerade, actually, except it's a little bit more tattered now, kind of ripped a bit. She has very pale skin and dark black hair. She's walking around this body, and she goes up to it, and you see from where you are, she's holding a scalpel that's kind of bloodied that she then like drops to the ground, and she walks up and takes this other kind of medical device and kind of uses it to grab a little piece of flap of skin on this woman's arm. She seemed to cut with the scalpel, and she slowly lifts it up as blood and muscle tissue are like seen as she's kind of peeling the skin back on this woman's arm. And you see her mouth is like gagged and her eyes are tearing up, and she's whimpering and like shaking her head.
Kill and reanimate. A cycle I spin and spin.
She kind of looks up at Patricia on the catwalk above, just watching kind of emotionlessly. She continues,
The greatest knowledge in the world is to know how others...
and she kind of gets really close to this woman's face, and she says,
kick.
and the woman kind of flinches, and then she takes some other like kind of small pointy rods that she sticks in this woman's arm.
This darling's a great test subject for me.
Presses these kind of chopstick looking things into her muscle that kind of makes her fingers move a bit. Then she backs away and turns around to like grab a book off the floor. And Balthazar, you see her face and recognize her as Sin Grimoire.
Fuck.
This seems like someone we can fight.
No. No.
As she turns around, that's when your feet echo the loudest. Then her
Fuck.
face jolts up towards you, and as she sees you, a smirk just forms on her face.
Looks like we have company. Come to watch me reanimate.
What are you reanimating?
A test subject. The last test is I.
What do you mean by that?
I wanna use telepathy to talk to Balthazar. I'm confused. Is this woman healing or testing the other person? I'm not sure if this is something good or not good, or just academic.
Just to be sure, is Shello been spotted or just myself?
It doesn't seem like he's been spotted, but he's kind of next to you, just kind of blending in with his chameleon carapace. But she quickly
Watching my feet.
rips a page out of the book she's holding, and a magical aura seals the entrance in the room behind you.
Fuck.
Looks as though I found the perfect catalyst.
Balthazar's gonna smirk.
That's funny. Didn't work out too well for Claudia, did it?
Sin's smile goes deeper. She kind of tilts her head down, eyes looking up at you still. Patricia on the catwalk is like, how the hell did you find us?
Is there, can I ask, is there still a cloud of smoke?
It would have ended by now.
Okay.
Well, Patricia, luckily enough, having been around your son enough, I know the stench of a Neath.
Very funny. Looks down at Sin. Now's the perfect time. You can exterminate him while we have him here.
What are other than the doorway that's been sealed? What are our other, just in case this does not go well?
Make
Just in case.
Yeah, make a perception check to look for other escape routes here.
22.
The sewer pipes that meet in this room, there's openings to those that you'd be able to get into. They're below even the concrete platforms below you. However, it's through sewage water, and they're not moving like super fast, but you feel that you kind of hear the sound of water in this room. So taking those, it might lead to a situation where you could get into some trouble going down rapids of sewer water. But those two tubes in the room seem like the only other option to leave.
And for clarification, when we had everything transferred to, I think it was Pebble's pocket of holding that was made, would the scale still be there and not with us?
I think I gave it to Mherren at one point during the dragon fight. So I assume it's in their possession after.
Yeah, you guys got all your stuff back since then. So you guys don't have the scale with you right now.
Good.
I can't remember if you mentioned how far down the stone platforms were.
So the platform you guys are on, the like stone walkway below you is about it's like a 20 feet drop.
Okay.
I will gladly. That will please my mother very much.
And she looks like she begins preparing magic.
Ooh, we got a battleground. Yeah.
That's when I asked how far away we were, I knew
that's
I
actually
wanted to
quite
cast
different.
Unseen Servant. I just didn't know how far I could cast it, so I had to look it
Oh,
up.
what the fuck? That thing is terrifying looking. Yo, look at this green glow.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I'll body Sin, and you can body the
So both of you can roll initiative here.
Yippee!
Give me that fucking 19.
19.
Let's fucking go.
2 peas in a pod.
We have been doing duplicate rolls today.
Yeah.
We got that once. We both got a 24 on stealth.
I think the nat ones was the funniest shit.
Because it was after I'm like, oh, I think we have all the information we need. It's like, you can still follow. I'm like, oh, okay, that one, fuck.
but it was as if 2 people were chasing after someone, and one of them was doing kind of a goofy run, and then the other one started doing a goofy run after them.
That'll put Shello first, and I believe you have the higher dex. So luckily you can do your servant thing, whatever you're planning to do first. As the others rolled a 7 and a 4.
The one who is casting the spell is this one, right?
The one right at the bottom is Sin by the person tied up. The one on the catwalk up here is Patricia.
This is the one that we were following. Okay, thank you. Can I tell if this Sin person is casting via the book?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm really great at these. Yo, 6.
You don't know enough about how magic works, really, especially with wizards, to really gain that information.
I've not read enough books.
You're looking for an owl.
You can't read, so you don't know what the book
Yeah,
is.
I'm trying to find an owl in the book. I guess I will move. Before they attacked, I wanted to summon the Unseen Servant to either grab the book out of their hand or rip a bunch of pages out of a single book. But I'm gonna
Get your movement in, fella.
I'm gonna run, sprint even to go here. I believe I'm still hidden.
Make a stealth check for that movement.
Nice. 12?
12. As you run down the planks of wood, they kind of shift with your running down it. It seems like her vision darts towards that for a moment before looking back at Balthazar.
So she knows something's there, but she can't see me directly.
She's just pissed.
Or she might know I'm there and not care that I'm an ant.
She's pissed because I mentioned Claudia's death.
Yeah, it was kind of a dick move.
No, it's funny.
I'm not gonna lie. Wizards are they? I don't even know if they're a wizard. They have
are.
high wisdom, right? Or is it intellect?
Wizards are intelligence.
So this one, I want to.
This one's like your average like Florida fucking crackhead.
I don't know anyone from Florida, but thank you. I want to cast Enemies Abound on the. Oh wait, no, on this one.
On Sin?
Yeah. Wisdom 14.
Ooh, she fails it.
Ooh.
Epic. On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe. Regarding all creatures, it can see its enemies until the spell ends. Each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. When the affected creature chooses another creature as a target, it must choose the target at random from among the creatures it can see within range of the attack, spell, or other ability it is using. Finally got to use that spell somewhere.
You should definitely have a roll, do like a D3, a custom roll.
Okay, Balthazar, what are you doing?
I assume that plank of wood that Shello already passed was the way down to that second platform.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I will, because I don't want to get too far from Shello either. It's 35 feet. I'm going to move just up to the corner here. Now that I have the opportunity, now we don't have any of the upfront and personal fucking people in this interaction, I'm going to go ahead and cast Gravity Sinkhole on Sin.
Dude, that's where you're positioning that?
Guacamole.
Yep.
Okay.
A bunch of what seems to be magical aura and sort of shadow or dust starts forming around as it seems to be similar to whirlpool, starts spinning around the target of casted area, ever so close, putting more pressure on the center of the area. Does she save that?
No, you actually see some of her limbs like kind of almost snap towards the center of this gravity sinkhole. Are you making the center of it like where are you kind of putting the center of the sphere in the room? Is it like above her, like directly on her?
At her footing, basically, to try and like hold it to the ground and.
Okay, yeah, her like limbs kind of bend towards the ground where the center of the gravity sinkhole is, and she seems to take the full 37 force damage of that, and she kind of shrieks, but through a laugh and smile at it.
Yeah, she's a sadist. Fucking
I
crazy
think
bitch.
she should be mindful of her footing.
The chair with the still alive lady on it is also beginning to drag towards the center of this. You can tell that there's a masquerade mask on the ground, and she's still in masquerade costume. This seemed to be the same lady that she was dancing with at the masquerade, because you recognize her her same leather dress as well.
To be fair, I thought they were dead because one, no icon, and two, the art in the area looks like they're fucking dead.
Doesn't look very nice anyway.
I can't move the chair, unfortunately, because I didn't expect it to be dragged by a gravity sinkhole. But no, she was alive before you cast this. Now she's dead. Her eyes pop out of her skull, and she coughs up blood all over herself. So she's no more. You're doing anything else, Balthazar?
I will speak to Shello.
Hello.
Shello, try and keep away from Sin. Try and go for Patricia. She's
Very
fucking
good.
freaky. You don't want to be near her.
She's a fucking freak, dude. Don't go near it.
Okay, that brings us to Sin. She sort of like holds out her hand, it, like snapping into place from the gravity sinkhole as she struggles to lift it up, and she's like kind of grabbing her arm with one hand and moving her hand around to position it. She seemed to be struggling to get it onto Balthazar, not even from the gravity sinkhole at this point, but from she's like blinking a bunch. It seems she's trying to focus on who to attack, but then she steadies her arm towards Balthazar, and I rolled randomly, but she still got Balthazar, and she's gonna fire
Bye, buddy.
a purple blast of arcane, just pure magic at you. Does a 22 hit?
It does. Yes.
You take
No, it does
23
not.
necrotic damage as a blast of energy hits into you.
Necrotic
Hold on.
damage? What's up with
I
that?
can use counterspell.
Does that cost the spell slot?
It does, but it's better than, what was it, 15 necrotic damage?
23. Way more than 15.
Yeah, I'm gonna use counterspell.
Okay, you counterspell that, and it fizzles out before it gets to you as she shoots another one at you.
Fuck.
Ooh, does an 11 hit?
It's my exact armor class.
Hits at you through the other one, but it doesn't seem to burn into you at all to deal any necrotic damage. When a third one comes at you, hitting into your leg and doing 22 necrotic damage.
Fuck.
As she just rapid fires 3 of these at you. Patricia, she seems to notice you're running down. Looks like she's kind of studying the situation right now. She's gonna cast mage armor on herself as some kind of a glowing purple magic kind of forms over her that looks like some armor plating. Shello, it's now your turn.
Okay. I'm not sure how much that increases, so I'm kind of worried about now going for 30 feet.
You got this.
I don't want to stop there though. That's the scary thing.
Don't worry, the fucking bitey bitch is after me.
Well, I'm more worried about this
Oh,
whole
just don't
area. Yeah,
fall.
well, it might not be within my choice.
You are
to
the
fall.
juggling ant boy. You have great balance.
I've never juggled myself. I'm gonna heal my good friend, former keeper of the owl, for a grand total of 12.
Oh, that's actually really good. Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know what to do other than like sprint. And if I sprint, I can go all the way over here. So that's good. I'll do that. Good idea. And
Very
that's
good
my
idea,
turn.
Shello. Remembering I also have mage armor. I will cast it on myself, raising my AC up to 13 plus my dex modifier, which is +1. So for a 14
Hey.
armor class. And then I'm going to use my movement. Shame we didn't short rest before in the middle of a fight. That will end my turn.
Sin then slowly, because being pulled down by the gravity sinkhole, raises up her hand as a green vortex kind of swirls along the ground in this radius here. Can you two
What
make
is it?
Constitution saving throws?
Constitution. Ooh.
I mean, I might as well while I'm here.
Shit.
Woohoo! Nat 20.
12 is not a pass.
Shello, you take 11 necrotic damage.
Just a little bit.
Balthazar, you take
Jesus.
22 necrotic damage.
A lot of damage.
You're alright. You have mage armor.
Patricia, she will walk up a bit. Kind of like how Sin did, she shoots a bolt of energy at you, but it's just like black kind of swirling magic that hits into you, swirling around your mind, dealing 17 psychic damage to you, Shello.
I'm not a fan that you didn't ask if it hit me.
Sends another one into you for 26 psychic damage.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
So I'm down.
Fuck.
Shello falls unconscious over here.
I'm just having a little sleep beside these pipes.
I feel like this might be an instance where we get captured, and may rely on
I think this might be where
big lady.
we don't get captured.
Shello can make a death saving throw.
D20, right?
Yes.
Roll 9.
Okay. So you fail one death save. Balthazar, your turn.
Okay, is a dash an action?
Yes.
Sure is.
All right. I'm gonna use fucking Misty Step as a bonus action to get over to Shello. I'll use another movement to get next to him, and I'll give him a potion.
Go ahead and roll for that healing potion. Shello, you're back up from this.
4 plus 2, so you're up for 6.
Enemies abound. Is it concentration? It is.
So use the potion. I will just move back here to spread myself out from Shello then.
Okay. She now holds up both hands, dropping the book on the ground, firing an arcane burst at both of you. She rolled an 11 for both. Does that hit either of you?
Nope.
No.
Okay, they both like fire and just go like by you, just like fizzling out. Balthazar, can you make a wisdom saving throw?
I think I have a +6 to wisdom. 23.
Seems like you saved it. Some kind of shadowy magic surrounds you, but you power through it, like going into your mind. Shello, it's your turn now.
I think it is best for us to leave as soon as we can. I'm not looking forward to whatever they did to my brain.
Would Balthazar have any kind of idea what they did to Shello's brain?
Make an Arcana check.
Is it just like a one-time thing? Doesn't like
They
continuously
did it
happen?
twice.
No, they shot a magic bolt at him and it hurt him.
The situation's like, you got to think, is this something that we can win? Is this something we can't win? Like, I managed to do a lot of damage to Sin, which did seem to do a bit of damage to them.
She might not seem like she's on death's door.
Do you not have potions?
The two of us are on death's door. And even if we do have potions, if both of us go down at the same time, and no one's drinking any potions.
You realize the only way out of here is through Stinky Pipe.
Shello doesn't have a nose.
Well, Balthazar does.
Well, you can plug it. I mean, hold on. How far am I from the water? 30 feet? 35 feet, probably. I am not going to drink a potion and then do that.
No, it might just be worth a dash. If you're gonna do it, I'd say go for the one just down here.
Actually, you know what? I meant to ask oh fuck, I'm still using the wrong thing. The hole, the hole behind this woman. The woman's behind a hole.
Mm-hmm.
Is that water coming in?
That's water coming
from
down,
elevated height.
If you jump into the water, it's like not moving fast enough to carry you through it. By the way, you still have to like move through the water.
That's fine. We can dash and get out of here with that.
Yeah, as long as I'm able to.
We might be chased by Chuckles the Clown over there, and.
Well, no, I think Chuckles the Clown has a nose. I can't quite tell, but
I think they
no, she has a nose. I'm going to swiftly heal Balthazar.
Why are you healing me? You need a dash.
No, you're right. I'm going to heal myself. Fuck you.
No, you need a dash.
No, I can dash and heal.
Healing words.
It's a bonus action. I'll heal myself for 10. Whee. Heal. And I'm going to dash. I'm going to do 35 feet this way. Assume that I take some damage from the fall.
You take 7 damage falling into the water. It's about 20 feet.
Okay. Damage. And then I have 25 feet left. So I want to continue this way, 25 feet.
I will be right behind you. I'll use a potion of healing.
Hey.
6. Okay, and I'm going to go down here.
Cowabunga.
My damage would be the same as Shello's?
No, unfortunately I just rolled max damage for the jump, but it's only 12. You take 12 damage as you jump into the water.
We're heavier than an ant, so it makes
Yeah.
sense. You have more
And then I'm going
mass.
to dash out down the pipeline.
Okay, just going in
30
there, you
feet.
both sliding down this sewer pipe.
Yippee!
The sinister cackling of this woman echoing through the pipes. You exit out into like a maze of just pipes. There's
I like mazes.
there's like various pipes going different ways. They seem to go like throughout the entire like underground of the city. What are you guys doing now?
Should we find a way out?
I suggest I light my torch.
Okay.
Probably not around gassy excrement. That might be a bit splody.
You could cast fireball.
It is dark down here, but
You can hold on to my hand.
Yeah, I'll hold on to Shello's hand.
You can choose which one of the four you hold on to.
I'll go for left too.
Okay. Do I see anything that goes up at all?
make a perception check.
Okay. Nice. 10.
There's like 5 different pipes that go up. There's like 5 different ones that go down. There's ones that come straight. There's so many pipes.
Are there any pipes going up that are like small going straight up?
There's a couple that are like almost like a 90-degree angle up. All of them have water coming through them though.
None have any. There's no maintenance ladders or anything.
Not from where you see right now.
We go deeper.
I will no, I'm not going to go further down. I'm going to continue walking on the level that we're at, going around the bend.
Okay.
I doubt we're able to do a short rest here, are we?
By the cackles, it sounds like she's might be following us.
Well, no, she could just be having a good time.
The battle music is still on, Shello.
I still don't see anything after going around the corner.
Just more pipes.
No ladders, uppy pipes.
Make another perception check.
Okay. 20.
You hear the echoing of like clanking through the pipes behind you. It sounds like they're coming from multiple different pipes. You're not sure which one, but then you spot a small wooden ladder going up to a door, almost like out of view, like it's hidden.
I'll go up. But wait, was the ladder to the side of all of the flowing excrement, or?
It starts on the side of like a stone walkway. It's kind of like behind some pipes, so it's very easy to miss.
Okay.
But the ladder, it goes up to this platform with a door up there, like a wooden and metal door. Pretty high up as well, like a good distance up.
Yeah, I'll go up there. Perhaps ask my wizardly friend to let me know if he sees anything.
Also, you see pitch black right now.
But I'm still holding Shello's hands. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, while climbing, I'll try opening the door.
It does appear to be unlocked. You just kind of like push it open. This does kind of seem to be like a maintenance area. It's this kind of smaller room than what you were just in. It has more like concrete platforms that go to other like concrete platforms by like wood planks. There's some more like grates and things with water, but the water in here is kind of still and has like a lot of flies in it, and there's like another door in this room.
Does it look like anyone has been tortured in this room?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. 9.
There's actually a torchlight in here that's currently lit. It just kind of seems to be a sort of maintenance entrance into the sewers, but you don't see any signs of visible life currently in the room, or like any blood or anything. There's some like glass bottles floating in the water, some like broken crates down there and things. It seems like people have been in here, but you don't see any like very recent signs.
So there is an exit to this room that goes back up to the surface. Hopefully.
Are you going? This door is like further into this room. You have to like kind of like go up some very kind of broken pieces of like wood and stuff to get there. Are you going further into the room?
I'd love to,
Okay.
and I will watch my footing while doing so.
Yeah, as you do, you see on the other side in front of this door, a sort of portal opens, and stepping out is Sin Grimoire, still cackling at you.
Yeah, she's following us.
That kind of sucks. I feel like she might have just like come in here by accident.
I know. I think she's coming to fucking kill us.
So she's like higher up than you right now. There's this wood right here kind of is at a slant and goes up.
Anything to possibly stop her in her tracks would be great.
Stop her.
She bites.
I mean, she's friend-shaped, so animal friendship maybe.
She's showing her teeth for a reason. She bites.
I mean, all dogs have teeth. Duh.
She's literally snarling.
I'm going to cat. Oh wait, how far am I? Hello. And she's up. How far up?
Probably an extra 15 feet from where you are.
15. So that's
15.
40, 50 feet. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'll be honest, I don't have anything. I can shatter.
Don't you have like weapons?
That. Funnily enough, yeah, I do. For the
You have
person who
dual-wielding
is
slings.
60 feet away.
Your sling can get 60 feet.
Maybe take a little precarious step here.
Wait.
Perhaps.
Wait.
I'm
If you
not
could-
holding her hand
yeah.
anymore. I'll cast Shatter on her.
Okay.
Like,
What save does
like
she
right
make?
on her. Constitution, 18.
She fails it, so yeah, the air kind of shatters around her, and you see some
Whoops.
drops of blood fall from her ears. So she takes the full 18 thunder damage there. The wood of the door kind of cracks. The thing holding the torch in place kind of like snaps and it like falls at like a angle. But I mean, she takes 18 damage. She's looking still not terrible, but not great.
So
Not
that's
yet.
all I needed. All I needed was the bit of the torch to fall off.
Okay. Feel like one screw falls to the ground.
I'm gonna heal myself with my bonus action.
Get rid of that radius.
No, wait, I can't cast 2 spells.
Right.
No.
You have a
I'm gonna
potion
drink a
spell.
funny potion.
Ooh,
Nine.
nice.
I doubled my health.
I will start by healing myself with a potion.
Okay.
Which is probably a great idea. Okay, it is for 8. Funnily enough, I remember that funny little thing we got from those of the frogs. I'm going to use what are the 2 of the fireballs
Ooh, okay.
to cast a 4th level fireball spell for
Oh, hell
9d6.
yeah.
35. So that hit her for 35 damage.
Yeah, you throw both of these, and they just like explode into her. She seemed to have tried to surprise you two, but then you react quickly. Both of you getting these at her. She didn't expect you to react so quickly, so in a way, she gets surprised herself. She takes the full amount of damage from this fireball. The door gets like blown open, and you see like a dungeony area back there. It seems to be like a basement of some building or something. The smoke kind of clears, and she's kind of like fallen onto the ground, not prone or anything, but kind of losing her footing onto the ground, knee to the ground, as she slowly like picks herself back up. She's looking pretty bad, like really bad now, actually. She's still smirking, but her like smile's like twitching as she stares you both down. Is that your whole turn?
I'm going to move, obviously, with Shello, because when they get close to that door.
You holding my hand?
Yeah, well, there's a bit of torchlight in here, so it should be fine. So it's 20 feet of movement. I'll stay with Shello.
She's gonna take just a couple steps up.
She better watch her footing.
It looks very rickety.
Well, actually, Shello, you better watch your footing as she tries to cast blindness on you.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. That would be hilarious.
Make a
to switch off.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution.
Come on, Shello, you got this.
I read a book about that. 5?
Fuck.
5, Shello, you are blinded. Everything is just black for you right now. As you
Okay.
stand precariously on this wooden ladder here going over the other platform.
I'm still holding Balthazar's hand.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It is your turn now, though.
Okay. Did someone turn off the lights?
No.
Did I blow out the torches?
I think she blinded you.
What? Who said that?
She yells down at you, actually. She's like,
Patricia won't be able to watch, but you can't escape me. I'm sure my mother will be happy. Our relationship with the Neath family will be even further bolstered.
It's pronounced Balthazar.
Well, yeah, I was trying to make that joke, but the fucking Discord wouldn't pick up my mic.
Shello, what are you doing on your turn?
She's shouting down at me.
Yes.
Do I have an idea of if she's moved since she cast it?
Make a perception check to try to hear her voice.
Okay. Try and place the echoes. 12.
You know she's in the same spot, but through your blindness, it's hard for you to like remember to pinpoint her like exactly, and with your hearing of this, it's hard to pinpoint her exactly. You just know she's at the same spot as when she cast it, kind of a little bit further down that ramp.
Oh fuck. Okay. Oh shit. Balls. Fuck. Creature that you can see. Creature that you can see. Hold on. Shatter erupts from a point of your choice within range. It doesn't have to be within that I can see.
Oh my god. You can do it again.
I judging by the fact that she took a few steps forward, I'm gonna just cast it roughly in like the middle of this kind of bridge area. I genuinely do not recall where she was, but before she was here somewhere, and it's 10 feet. It's just 3 squares.
Okay, can you make an intelligence check?
Intelligence. I feel like you're gonna insult me as a human being.
Intelligent.
15. It was on a natural 20.
What did she roll for Shatter?
Shatter is a Constitution save.
Okay. She fails it.
Oh. Okay.
And you're
I forgot to roll damage.
With your intelligence check, you're able to get the Shatter onto her.
Oh shit, she's there?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had failed the intelligence check, I would have moved it slightly so it wouldn't be her, but you targeted her correctly.
Okay. 13 damage.
It shatters her again, and some more blood comes out of her ears, a little bit from like her nose. Balthazar, you see that she's looking pretty bad. She has like her hand on her chest. She's like panting. Go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. 8. Again, rolled right over the net 20. I hate that there's a visual representation.
For a total of 9, you're still blinded.
Would I be able to pull Shello back from the ladder so he doesn't seem to fall? Since I'm holding his hand?
It's going to use 5 of your movement.
That's fine. I will pull Shello back to just here.
Okay. Yeah,
Just so he's off of the ladder.
using some of your movement, you just pull Shello off of that. He's no longer precariously standing on that one little piece of wood.
Yeah, it's like he's gonna fucking fall.
Maybe his balance is good. Maybe he has troubled himself.
I think I'm getting pretty sick of this bitch. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fireball at a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
We'll get the.
Okay, this time she's expecting it and she saves.
She saves?
Yes.
Fucking bitch. So it's up to you for what you want to do for 33 in halving.
It'd be rounded in your favor, so 17 damage. Yeah, so this fireball like blows up behind her, singes like a bunch of her hair off. It looks like her skin on the back of her head is like melting. The back of her body is melting. Her dress is like ignited on fire, and she's no longer smiling. Her eyes so wide it almost looks like she doesn't have eyelids, like they're almost popping out of her head, and she seems furious, but she's still hanging in there.
Okay.
She looks like she looks almost like a corpse at this point, though. She already looked kind of scary, but now she looks like she's actually really fucked up.
That's suiting for a fucking necrotic fucking wizard. Shit. I don't have any more potions. And then I will end my turn. What's this crazy bitch gonna do? She's hopping and skipping while on fire. It's
She's just
fucking crazy.
limping her way closer to you, like her dress like kind of on fire. She's like holding on to her chest. Some of her fingers are like snapped in places from the gravity sinkhole still. Balthazar, can you make a constitution saving throw?
Sure can. Fuck 6.
Balthazar, you feel the moisture begin to exit your body as energy begins to be drained from you. You take 33 necrotic damage.
33?
Yeah, as she blights you.
Can I counterspell?
You could.
Casting counterspell. Fuck that.
Counterspelling that, you feel the moisture begin to leave your body. You tell that she's casting a blight spell on you, a necrotic spell to waste away your energy, and then you snap your fingers, counterspelling it before it could do any real damage to you. She looks pissed. Shello, it's your turn.
No idea, no earthly idea where she is. She was here. She hasn't said or made it like cackled or anything since, or does the blight spell, is it verbal?
Make a perception check.
Okay, perception. Oy, 6.
6. You get the impression she's somewhere in like this area.
Okay. That kind of blows. I mean, I could just do shatter again.
You got
Or-
you, buddy.
Or I could be less risky. Nope, never mind. I have to see. Okay. I'm gonna cast. Oh wait, how big is the radius again? 10. I'm gonna cast Shatter here, right in the middle of the thing that you suggested.
Okay.
So 4 damage if they saved, or if she's not in it at all, 0.
Oh, go ahead and make a intelligence check.
Thank you. Again, I feel like this is towards me as a player. Oh fuck!
Even though you heard kind of where she came from, you're kind of casting Shatter into just the bleak darkness. You don't really know where you're getting it. So it winds up not where you wanted it to go. She's just manages to be out of it. And
does that still hit the rickety bridge?
yeah, but it hits the rickety bridge behind her, which kind of collapses the wood up to the door that you're trying to get to.
That's not the rickety bridge I was talking about. I was talking about the fucking thing that I'm
Oh
on.
no, that's the no. That's, well, you're not on it anymore because Balthazar pulled you back. But she's not on
Right.
it either.
My bad.
That one was not in it, so it was unaffected. Shello, you just hear like the burst of wood. Are you doing anything else?
Fuck. Can I? That's an action. I can't, as a bonus action, ready an attack if I'm able to do attack with a bonus action with a weapon, right?
No, I think you need an action to ready an attack.
I'm gonna give bardic inspiration to Balthazar, which I do not need to see him for. But he just needs to hear me.
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
very limited on the amount of things that.
What
that
are you doing
I
to
can...
inspire him as you're blind?
In my head, I wanted to do the thing where you like puff out your cheeks and then slap your cheeks and make like a fart noise, but I don't have cheeks. I want to
clap them together.
Yeah, I want to smack my mandibles together at such a furious rate that it sounds like a fart.
squeeze out a fart noise from your mandibles, and Balthazar chuckles at this lightly, because this is the boys' day out. No girls, you can make fart noises all you want.
Dude, I just realized we could be making fart noises this whole time.
Balthazar, what are you doing?
Oh, buddy, what am I doing?
The still alive,
Right.
shambling, almost corpse of hers coming
Oh,
towards
don't
you.
worry. You can get rid of that almost adjective because I'm going to use the final fireball bead to place it down right next to her so it doesn't affect us.
Okay.
So right here, 20 feet.
Using the fireball bead.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I have no more level 3 after that counter spell.
I'm
going to-
holding my hand in front of my face, by the way.
It's okay. The dice is stuck, so it's just jittering until it. I might need it. There we go.
Oh, a roll has come in.
22
Yeah.
fire damage. You throw this bead next to her, but she kind of like reacts getting out of the way, so it only blows one of her arms off. Bits of flesh and blood and bone landing into the water below her, as she slowly continues to shamble towards you. Your vision does actually start to come back to you as you see that she has shambled up in front of you
Hello.
and staring down Balthazar. Her smile kind of twitches back into place.
See you soon.
And then she vomits bile, blood, some bones, just projectile vomiting this all onto both you, Balthazar, and you, Shello. This goes on for like a minute of just blood,
fuck?
and some organs start flying out of her mouth, just going all over you, drenching you both as her body starts turning into a husk of just like skin flaps that like fall down, compressed in on themselves like a bag of skin on the ground.
That's. I assume she's dead.
Can we take that?
Is she dead?
Make an Arcana check, actually.
Fucking disgusting. 13.
You get the sense that this body is dead.
Fuck. Ugh. Disgusting.
Is it a bad idea to take it with us?
Very. It's just a pile of
Shello
flesh.
can wear as a skin suit.
Well, no.
Disguise
So
missions.
Well,
I-
can we follow that with
I-
looting it? Is there anything on it?
Make an investigation check.
Okay. After getting vomited on.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Oh,
No, I cannot. There's nothing on that fucking thing.
You get there's like one obvious thing. She had much on her. She still had like the or like party uniform on her, but you do pick up a spell scroll that she had kind of tucked into her dress.
I'm gonna suggest that we get the fuck out.
Yeah. And maybe visit a bathhouse.
You
Yeah.
guys spend a little bit of time kind of trying to get up this way to kind of since you destroyed the bridge that kind of went up, you kind of have to like figure out to get up there, and after a bit you're able to get up. Going out this door, you seem to be just like in the basement of some maintenance facility, and going upstairs. It seems like it's nighttime now, and whatever this place was is closed, so you're kind of able to find your way out, getting through it, unless you guys want to do anything in this sewer maintenance building.
No.
Okay.
Do they have any big buckets of water?
There's,
They
yeah.
do actually.
Oh, how convenient.
You gonna use them?
Yeah, just to get most of this shit off.
Yeah, you kind of you use the water. You knock like an eyeball, looks like a lung off of you. The blood is very stained into your clothes, though. It's gonna have to take a lot more scrubbing than that. But you clean yourselves a little bit before exiting this building.
Excuse me, you are not turning back into a fish, are you?
No, it's much worse than that.
Oh no. You always were a fish.
No, that's gone.
I'd kind of shiftily look at you in the corner of my eye. I'm not sure if this guy's still a fish or not.
Next time when it's just us two, we should just, go to a goddamn pub or something.
Do they keep rocks for throwing at pubs?
We can bring our own rocks.
This does sound nice.
Then we'll walk home.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys get looks and such, but since you kind of wash yourselves off with that water, it's not like super noticeable. You guys still kind of like smell like bile, but it's not too bad. You're not getting like pursued by guards or anything like that, and you're able to make your way home.
Balthazar's going to strip down and have a bath.
Yeah, you study the spell scroll
in
the bath. You just studying it for a little bit, not learning it yet. You know that the spell is life transference. It's a third level necromancy spell that allows you to sacrifice some of your health to mend another creature's injuries. You take 48 necrotic damage, and one creature of your choice that you can see within range regains a number of hit points equal to twice the necrotic damage you take.
Jesus. Okay.
That sounds pretty good.
It does, but the fact that Balthazar has 50 in total.
You have more health than I do.
You have more armor class than I do.
I just got a tough outer shell. You need to grow up. Get some thicker skin.
Yeah. Grow a shell. I assume Balthazar has like casual clothes somewhere.
Yeah, you guys all have closets full of identical clothing to your character art that you take from.
Well, in that case, I'll take today's outfit and put it in the oven and fucking light it on fire.
I'm taking off my outfit, neatly putting it on a hanger and putting it beside the rest of the outfits.
Balthazar, are you learning this new spell scroll you got, or are you just gonna tuck it away with the other spell scrolls you have?
I'm gonna tuck it away because I don't believe it'd be anything I could use now. Actually, can I store it in my room?
May I ask why you're keeping it in your room?
Because of how much damage it does to myself.
But why keep it? Why keep it in your room and not on yourself?
Just for flair, I guess.
Oh, okay. I thought you were intentionally just leaving it in your apartment.
No, it's not for any reason. Just that there's no point in me carrying it because I'm not going to use it.
Okay, yeah.
I
guess you are walking around the apartment butt-ass naked right now.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I just check everything in the apartment, make sure everything's roughly in the same room that it was left in?
Okay, yeah, make an investigation check.
Okay. Nice. Right in the middle, 10.
10. Everything looks pretty normal. There's a few more books that seem fallen under the ground by the bookshelf. Nothing like majorly moved around.
The books didn't want to be on that shelf.
Are the boys getting up to anything else while the girls are away?
Drink.
I think Shello might sit in his room and do some things.
Yeah, that's about all Balthazar will do before heading to bed for a long rest.
Pebble and Mherren show back up at the apartment a little bit later on in the night after they finish up what they're doing, and with you two retreating back to your rooms to go to sleep, they both also go back to sleep for you all to like reconvene in the morning.
After Balthazar finishes his drink and has a ponder, he will seem to go back to his room. However, he will open up his window and climb through.
He's not gonna jump, is he?
You're a few stories up. Are you like misty stepping down?
Yeah.
Okay.
For context, I did get changed. I'm not still butt naked.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to ask, are you foregoing the long rest of the night to do this? You can still take a short rest, but
yeah, I'll take a short rest.
Okay. But Shello, you can take a long rest, Balthazar. You can just take a short rest as you sneak out in the night.
Which, while I'm doing that as well, I will use my feature of Arcane Recovery so that I can regain a 3rd level spell slot.
Is he doing it sneakily?
Go ahead
I'm
and
not
make
gonna try and find him.
Go ahead and make a stealth check or just a stealth check. Your room is like right next to Shello, and he technically doesn't sleep. So
Should I do like a perception check or something?
we'll do a contested stealth to perception.
Fuck.
Oh,
Oh,
What's a fucking nat 1 when it counts?
a total of 5. So, oh,
oh my god!
total of 4. Okay. Technically rolled higher, but your modifier is less. So, Balthazar, you do a
He's
real
sneaky.
shit job of sneaking out, but
You're, like, banging
Shello
shit.
is completely oblivious with his 4.
I'm busy doing my own thing.
You're making a bunch of fart noises in your room. Yourself.
To be fair, I think after that drink, Balthazar's a bit through the emotions.
Yeah, so that can go ahead and end this session then.
Oh, what? No! Hold on.
Yippee!
Yippee! I mean, ending it here makes sense because the rest of the party isn't here. But also, fuck you. I'm invested in the fucking sneaking wizard.
Don't worry about it.